Okay, so today we are looking at polygons. So a polygon is a shape with straight sides. So at the moment we are already familiar with some polygons. So we know like a triangle is a polygon because it has straight sides. So pretty much we're just saying straight sides. So you're not going to see any shape like that is like not a polygon because that side is curved, yeah? Okay, so a straight-sided shape is a polygon. So not a circle, that's got a curved, so just everything else with a straight side. And we name our polygons by the number of sides. Okay, so a polygon is named by how many sides it has. So if you have, so down here you can see a 5-sided polygon is called a pentagon, is generally called a pentagon. And when they say it's named by the number of sides, penta I'm pretty sure it might be from the Latin and all that means 5 and things like that. So hexa means 6 and that's how we get that. All right, so very similar to your Italian numbers, you'll sort of see that. But anyway, so we have a formula to find out how much the angles all inside, so we call it the interior angles, add up to if you have a polygon. And as long as you know how many sides. So here is that formula to find all the angles added up. So maybe you might want to write that this is all the angles inside added up, yeah? All angles inside added up. And so if you think about it, so we could use this formula. We know that a square, how much does the angles inside a square add up to? You guys know this. How much is it? No, all of them when you add them all up. 360. So how many sides does a square have? 4. So we use the letter N to represent how many sides. So I'm going to say it's 4. So see if I was finding out how much all the angles inside a square added up to, I can use this formula. So I can go S equals 180 times, and it'd be 4 minus 2 because the rule says N. Now a square has 4 sides. So then in the end, 4 minus 2 equals 2. So 180 times 2. Can you see that you get 360? And we knew that. We didn't have to work this out, but I'm just showing you to prove it to you that it does work. What about, I'll just show you, what about if we had a triangle? How many sides does a triangle have? 3. So if I was adding it up, I'd have 180 equal times 3 minus 2. So it ends up being 180 times 1, which is 180. What do the angles inside a triangle add up to? So can you see how it works? So I'm just showing you that it works. So we're not going to know, though, how many degrees, say, a pentagon might add up to. So we could put this into our formula. So down here, they wrote S equals 180 times, now because there was 5 sides, 5 minus 2. So they do that on their, so that ends up being 180 times 3, which ends up being, what's that, 720? 540, sorry, good, thank you. 540. So all the angles add up to 540. Now, can you see, if they tell you that it's a regular polygon, so we'll get told that it's a regular. Regular means that all the sides are exactly the same length. So if the sides are all the same length, that means the angles are going to be all the same. So what they've done here is they've said, well, if all the inside angles add up to 540, if we divide that by 5, we find out that one of those individual ones add up to 108 degrees, and that's how they're finding that, okay? So over here, they have done here when we've got a hexagon, what they did is they said, all right, the sum of all the angles, so they used this formula. It did 180 times, now n was 6 because 6 sides, minus 2, so you end up with 180 times 4, which is 720, okay? And then to find this one, because it's 6 even sides, they know it's 6 angles, so they just did 720 divided by 6, and they worked out that it was 120 each, okay? So I'll just say that again. So they probably will tell you that you've got regular polygon, and they're all probably going to be regular, but when they indicate the sides with the same like little symbol like that, that means they're all the same length, so you should know that that is a regular one anyway. Okay, so use the angle sum rule, this one, S time equals 180 times n minus 2, to find the angle sum of these polygons. So if I look at A, it's saying it's a pentagon and it has 5 sides. So the rule says 180 times 5 minus 2. So it equals 180 times 3, which was 540. Okay, if I look at B, the hexagon, and they're telling me all the angles are what they are, so I just work out the sum would be 180, sorry, they're telling me the sides, would be 6 minus 2, so 180 times 4, which is 720. So we could go through all of them. We're not going to do that. We'll just go through F, and we can see that n is 10. So we're going to do the sum equals 180 times 10 minus 2. So it's going to be 180 times 8, which is equal to 1440. There you go. So the 10-sided shape, I believe it's like is a 50 cents 10 sides? Or maybe is that 12? Can't even remember. What's a 50-cent coin? It has, is it 10? It's either 10 or 12, I can't remember. Yeah? So it'd be like one of them, and then we could work out the interior angle. So that like 10-sided shape looks like you get all these 10 straight sides, and we could work out what the angle was by one of the little internal ones by doing 1440 divided by 10. So let's see. So for this polygon, find the sum and then find the value of x. So we need to know this is a polygon because it's a straight-sided shape. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got n equals 6. There's 6 sides to this shape. And so I'm going to find out what all the angles add up to by using that formula. So I'm going to go S equals 180 times 6 minus 2. So it's 180 times 4. So it equals 720. So all of these angles have to add up to 720. So if I'm trying to find what x is, I'm going to go, well, 720 needs to be x plus 140 plus 130 plus, what's this? What does this indicate? 90 plus 150 plus 100. So you can write a statement like that. If you want to practice using your calculator and the solve function, you can just go solve x, or some people might have just realised that x is going to be 720 minus all of those ones added up. Whichever way you would like to do it, that's fine, okay? But the calculator can solve it for you if you type it out like the one before. All right, so let's work that out. What was that? Okay, sorry, what was that? Did someone say 110, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this next one. So find the sum of the angles and then the value of x. So first let's go count how many sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this case, n equals 5. So if I'm finding the sum of all the angles, it's going to be 180 times the number of sides, which is 5, minus 2. So I've got 180 times 3, which equaled 540. Okay, so all of these have to add up to 540. So I could say 540 equals, now this is 90. So 90 plus 130 plus 100 plus 95 plus x, sorry. And you can do solve if you like. It's probably sometimes good you're practicing the solve function so you get quick at it. Or if you just, some people might already just go, all right, x is going to equal the 540 minus all the others added up. So same thing, it's the same process, but you're doing it. All right. Okay, shown here is a regular pentagon. Oh, sorry, you can't see it. Sorry. So a regular pentagon, it's not shown, but we're just going to pretend we can see it. So this regular pentagon means it has pentagon 5 sides, yes? And because it said regular, it'd be 5 sides that are equal. Okay, so I might draw a pentagon just so I'm clear on what's going on. Sorry, it doesn't look regular, but I'm just going to pretend it is by doing that. So here's my 5-sided pentagon, each with a length of 7 centimeters. Find the perimeter of the pentagon. So the perimeter is when you add up all the sides. So the perimeter is going to be 5 times of 7. So that's going to equal 35 centimeters. Yes? So perimeter means you just add all the sides. If it's saying it's regular, then there's 5 sides of 7 centimeters. Okay, it says find the total internal sum of angles. So that's using our formula. So sum equals 180 times n minus 2. So in this case, it's 180 times 5 minus 2. So 180 times 3, which equals 540 degrees. Okay. And then the last question here, they're asking me to find the sides of each angle, internal angle. So what they want, and they're calling it x. So what they're saying is this guy's x, x, all of them. Now we know they all add up to 540. So if we divide 540 by 5, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we will get what x is equal to. So, yep, 108 degrees equals x. So, is everyone all right? Whoops, where's the page? What's that one? No. Moving straight into this next one. So, shown here is a regular heptagon. So, heptagon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, I might just write up above n equals 7. So all of 5 centimeters length, and then it says find the perimeter. So the perimeter is all the sides added up. So I have 7 sides of 5.
35.
Yeah, 35 centimeters. Then we've got B. What's the total sum of all the angles inside? So we'll use our formula. So sum equals 180 times n minus 2. So 180 times 7 minus 2. So 180 times 5, which equaled 900 degrees. Yep. And then the last one, it says find the size of the internal angles. So there they are. So there'll be 7 of them. So if I take the 900 and I divide by 7, we will get how much each angle is equal to. And what's that one? Okay, so 128.57 degrees. Is that what you're saying? Okay. All right. And we can do that because they said it was a regular. So they're all exactly the same. And that's all we need to